We are live. What is up, YouTube? Hans Old School Customs back. This is Nathan. And today, if I get a chance to show you, I will. We will see if it allows us to have the signal to get inside the shop far enough to show you the rusted subframe mounts on this SUV. And the question is, do you think it's fixable? Is it worth fixing it? Or is it something that should just be let go? Well, we're going to answer that today. It's something that we do quite often. So, see if we can check it out. See if it'll let us back here. And if you're not watching this live, oh, yeah, it also needs a front fender. Both sides, if you're not watching this live, you can watch it back and see this from the beginning, but both sides are rotted out like that, where the entire mount is gone. It's missing, just hanging on by a thread.
It is really grainy and you can't see anything.
Can't see anything? Okay.
Now it's buffering.
Oh no. All right, well, we will walk away from the car. I'll go back to the window. We'll just talk about the picture. I uploaded a photo and the thumbnails. Would somebody grab me a Mountain Dew? Please bring me a drink. All right. Can you hear me now? Is it working now? Huh? Do we got signal now? Oh, good, turn that off. Thank you. I'm gonna shut that off. Sorry, the compressor kicked on. It's really loud. That's better. What's up, guys? If you saw the thumbnail photo,
That's good right there.
we have this Saturn behind us, and the frame rails, or the subframe connect or subframe rail or mounts, are shot. They're bad. Both sides. So, question is, are they fixable? If they are fixable, is it worth fixing it on this Saturn View? Would you fix it? And if you would fix it, if you would do it yourself, how would you go about doing it? Or would you take it to someone like me? Jason, is that you? Nope, Nathan. It's me, Nathan. Does the carpet match the drapes? Asking for a friend. Not going to answer that question. Married, happily married man. My wife's probably on here watching this right now. She's going to find you. You're not going to be happy when she does. Jacob. LaBob. Mark. Yeah. Told you my wife's going to find you. Nathan, can you help me fix my four-wheeler? Yes, I will. What does it need? Yes, I agree, Ace. They are fixable if you are capable of doing the work. Anything's fixable. Obviously, the next question is it worth it? Saturn View. Older, I don't know. What? Do you know what year this thing is? I honestly don't even know what year it is. John Wayne. John Wayne in the house. Look, I got my hair cut. Heck yeah. Don't look like John Wayne though. Thank you. It needs a lot of work. Yeah. Your four-wheeler? What does your four-wheeler need, Devin? Tell me about it. And where are you located? Are you wanting me to just walk you through it? Or are you wanting to bring it here to have us do it? Or how can I help? Always open to help. Let me know. You're wanting to bring it here? I live about 10 minutes south of Portland, Indiana. You were born in 1987 as well. Nice. We were both 80s baby. Yeah. Heck yeah. 87's a good year. Definitely worth it if you need a vehicle. I agree. So, Ace, I agree 100%. The cost of a good running and driving vehicle, regardless, is going to be more expensive than the cost of fixing this. And to replace, yeah, it's not going to cost that much to fix it. But buying something that runs as good as this does and replacing it with that would cost a lot more. So I feel like it's still worth fixing. You just want it to, hey guys. You just want it to work. The chain keeps popping off on your ATV. It's most likely an alignment issue. I would say that the rear sprocket and the front sprocket, let me put this Mountain Dew down. If you look down the chain at the rear sprocket and front sprocket, instead of being lined up like this, one's going to be offset to the other a little bit or turned. And it could be the engine's mounted crooked in the four-wheeler frame. It could be that the axle housing is not equal, not adjusted equally on both sides, which is throwing it off, or that maybe the sprocket's got a spacer on it that's wrong, or the engine can be slid over. Either way, it's the alignment for sure. Or it could be too loose, and at that point you just adjust the tight, tension on it, and maybe get a tensioner for it if that doesn't work. Devin, you live in Florida. Okay, that's a little far. I'm in Indiana. I mean, you could send it to me, but honestly, Devin, for that issue you're having, there's no use in sending it to me. If you send me an email, and we can exchange contact information, and I can call you and help walk you through how to fix it, do a video chat, whatever you need, man. Yes, sir. How do I delete the rev limiter? 2.5T Jetta 2013. Vic. So, Vic, on the Jetta, to delete your rev limiter, I'm assuming you're going to need some sort of tuning platform that's capable of changing that in the ECU itself. I don't tune Jettas. I don't know if HP Tuners is capable of tuning a Jetta. I would have to look into see what software, what platform is used to change that on a 2013 Jetta. Yes, please, no problem. You know what's wrong with it? It's just a lot. Okay. I'm gonna have to. All right, hey, we got some weird stuff being commented here. I'm gonna have to delete this person somehow. Remove. All right. That person's gone. I got this 1974 Bronco in my yard, all original 302, 3-speed on the floor, 9-inch rear end. Is it worth fixing up? Yes. Definitely worth fixing up. Send me an email. If you want us to do the work, send me an email. We can help figure it out, get you an estimate on fixing it up for you. Or if you are fixing it up yourself, if you need any guidance or help, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help. You know what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it, Devin? Coop Cop 13, what's up? Nice Monaco, nice smile. He was kind of funny. Broncos are cool. So, yeah, well, I don't need that kind of content or those kind of comments on the channel. Well, when my bracket is messed up on it. Okay. What does it need? Is it bent? For what bracket? The bracket for the tensioner? What kind of four-wheeler is it? I haven't worked on ATVs in a long time. I used to do that full time, but yes, I do need a moderator. Hey, my wife's sitting behind me. Let me see if are you on there right now? You want to make a comment real quick, and I'll set you as a moderator. We're gonna get a moderator in here. It's snapped in half. Oh, so it needs welded. Do you have a welder or know how to weld it? If not, mail it to me. Mail me the bracket and I'll weld it for you. I'll mail it back. Hey, there we go. Add as moderator. There we go. All right, we got a moderator. Any absent Yarl, what's up? How you doing? Hard to find a solid Bronco. Yes, it is hard to find a solid Bronco. Broncos are getting expensive, man. For like the one he has, those are pricey. It's definitely worth fixing up. My wife's a good choice. Someone you trust. Yeah, she's definitely a good choice. Devin's message was restricted. Can you check that and see what it was? Mario, I can't see from here. DeGaldo, what's up, man? You don't know how to mail me the bracket, or you don't know how to weld it? If you can take it off the four-wheeler, email me and just ship it to me and I'll fix it. Crappy ones are high dollar. Yeah, they are. They're really high dollar. I've got a 04 Rancher 350 on 32-inch Outlaws. Dang. Outlaw 2s and a 3-inch lift. I love that thing. Yeah, so Honda Ranchers are indestructible. Those things are awesome. Is it I can't remember, is that electric shift? Your Bronco's got little spots of rust on the inner liner. No, who am I talking to here? Ace. Ace, you're the one with the Bronco, right? And it has little spots of rust on the inner liner. Inner liner of what? Are the 2017 Toyota Tacomas reliable? Dude, Toyota, I will give them credit, man. Like, we do mostly, that stuff. But Toyota is a solid company. They make an amazing product. Their cars are freaking awesome. I would say yes, the 2017 Toyota Tacoma is no exception to that. I would say it's definitely a reliable product. Need to give it some more power for fun purposes. Dude, more power is always better. If you don't have a turbo on everything you own, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. It's the electric shift manual, so no Honda-matic. Okay. Those are pretty cool. I've had to replace that electric shift setup in a lot of them. It's even got the knob for the kick shift. Good. You'll need that at some point. What's cool about Hondas is that they're gear driven. I know. Transmissions are really strong in them. I like Polaris as well. Obviously, they've done really well for themselves. But, belts and clutches tend to have a lot of wear. And they're a lot more expensive. A lot more expensive to replace clutches than it is to replace a sprocket and chain or gears. Well, maybe not the gears, but transmissions in a Polaris are actually gear driven or chain driven. Just a little rust in the left fender. That's not bad. That's definitely worth fixing. Anything after 06 is junk. I would probably agree. Probably agree. Mullet, thanks. You're welcome, man. Not a problem. If my ES ever craps out, I'll go for a kick shift. Yeah. Hi, Nathan. Wandered over from Ground Pounder's channel. Haha, cool. Is Ground Pounder on right now, live? If he is, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. But if he sent you over here when you were watching, or when I was watching one of his lives, cool. Hell yeah. So where's everybody from? I like to know that. It's kind of cool. Because obviously YouTube's a huge platform and people are all over the place. And we went up to Michigan, what was it, a month ago now, maybe? To go look at a Camaro. And we did a live video on the way up there. And dude, it was insane. We had so many people on and commenting. I couldn't keep up while I was driving, which made it more difficult. But people were from all over, like Kenya, and like it was crazy. I was like, that's cool. New Mexico? Heck yeah. That's what's awesome. I love it when people get on here from places that aren't, close by and, making a large community. Scotland? See what I'm talking about? Dude, I wish I was from Scotland. They'd have a way better accent. I feel like our accents are boring. Whatever our accent would be, I guess, whatever I sound like, I feel like it's boring compared to everyone else in the world. The diff on the Honda's indestructible. Got a buddy with some built 300s, and those things are piles of junk. He goes through a diff and tie rod every time we mud, and mine is still running. The front diff, yeah, that is true. All the stock stuff, yeah. I've got a 70 split bumper Camaro in the yard as well. Ooh, I want it. I want your car. Yeah, those are sweet. So a good friend of mine has a big block 70. It's a full, not a split bumper, but it would be obviously the same era, same car, same year. But his is a SS 396 car from Oregon. Oregon. I would love. We need to go freaking check out Oregon. That'd be a cool place to visit. You got an LT1 in the 70 Camaro? What'd you pull that out of? Is it out of a like Trans Am, Camaro, Firebird, whatever? I don't think they had an LT1 in the trucks at all, did they? No, they went from the 350 TBI to the Vortec and then right into a 5.3 LS. It's stock. What's stock? The 70 Camaro came with a 350 LT1. I don't remember that. I sold me a 70.5 Camaro split bumper with a 540 big block and a 70.5 Camaro. That'd be fun. We're building the 509 right now, which is the same block, just not a stroker crank. 502 with its board 30 over, so it's a 509. But yeah, we got one we're building right now. So I'm not sure what we're gonna stick it in. We'll have to find something worthy, put it in something. No shit, I didn't know that the 70 Camaro had an option for a stock 350 LT1. I'm assuming it's a different, obviously, LT1 than what's used in like the mid-90s Camaros. Just like they had the, what was it, the LS6 from a long time ago, and now they have an LS6 and a 03, 04 Z06, but it was also like a big block LS6 back in the day. We've got it all over here. Mountains, desert, ocean. Only thing wrong with it is the government. Yeah. Well, dude, it's bad here too. The government's rough here, but I think we all have that opinion probably no matter where we live. It could always be better. Could always be worse. Got a Ford Capri 2-liter. Heck yeah. Is it turbocharged? If not, send it over. Let's throw a turbo on it. Do some rain gap. Forged rods. Good crank. Pistons. Let's go. Get some. Sorry about that. I apologize. Sorry about that. The phone was trying to connect to the Wi-Fi in the house that's like 300 feet away, and it obviously doesn't have service from here. So I lost my signal. But we're back. It's the OG LT1 steel crank with 11-to-1 compression. Holy crap, dude. I have to look that motor up. I bet it makes some pretty good power. 11-to-1 on a 350. Shit, what's that, like 375 horsepower? It's probably a good running motor. Probably pretty fun.
Are you putting in the proper direction?
Kevin, yes sir. Oh yeah, you guys know what's up. Sorry for the delay. I lost service there for a moment, but back to this old Saturn 360. I was close. So back to the old Saturn. The undercarriage mounts are rotted away, as you can see. They brought it to us. I'm going to I can't do a live video repairing it because we don't have Wi-Fi in the shop, and as soon as I go inside the building at all, away from this window, we lose service. And then you guys can't see, it's all grainy, and everyone leaves my channel. So, what do mechanics and lesbians have in common? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask. What do they have in common? Tell me. They both have snap-on tools. I'm not laughing about that. That's funny. Oh, shit. Justin Miller. We got a comedian in the house. So what kind of stuff you question? What kind of stuff I question what? What kind of stuff do I do? What do I do here? Or is that what you're asking?
No. Oh, I just messed up bad.
And a Ford technician. Hey, be nice to the Ford guys. Look, Ford mechanics make the most money because they break all the time. It's job security.
We don't need to record. I need your help for a second.
So we do everything from rust repair, restoration, resto mods. We do engine builds. We do performance. We build cages. Everything you could think of. The only thing I don't really get into much is building transmissions because it's a specialty thing that I'm just not involved with. So we send that stuff out. We just pull them out, install a new one, or reinstall the built one, and set them up. So yeah, that's what we do. We currently don't have dyno yet. We're looking for a dyno. I've messaged a few people on some that I saw, but they just weren't quite what we needed. So this was crazy. I want a hub dyno because we have a 1500 horsepower Camaro and we can't, we can hardly run it on a chassis dyno. So I want a hub dyno, and I found a decent set on Marketplace, and the guy was asking $25,000 for them. They've only been used like 4 to 5 times, he says. And I thought, man, that seems pretty cheap for a set of hub, dynos. And so I messaged him and I said, hey, what are these rated for? They're rated for 1,000 horsepower. So I'm like, what's the point in having axle dyno or hub dyno if it's only rated for 1,000 horsepower? I mean, you can run a car on a chassis dyno at that point, and it's a lot less work. So yeah, cool. You got a sub then? Thank you. Heck yeah, I better back up in the messages. I lost it here. Okay. Doctors don't want you to be healthy, and Ford doesn't want their mechanics to be out of work. Thanks, Ford. Doctors do not want you to be healthy, and that's not a. I don't even want to get onto that. My wife's battling cancer, and she got fucked over pretty heavily. Sorry for my language. I'm sorry. She got messed up pretty badly, like screwed over by the doctor that was treating her, the cancer doctor. Made her all these promises, said it was going to be easy to take care of, and then she gets through all of her treatments, has surgery, and they come back and they're like, hey, we were wrong, we messed up, we didn't get everything, and the chemotherapy that we put you on did absolutely nothing for you, and they didn't monitor the progress of the chemo, so she got screwed over pretty bad, and now we're dealing with that. So yeah, I'm not a fan of doctors right now. I got an 05 Tahoe. Chevy is cheaper to fix and cheap horsepower. Yep, I would agree. I would definitely agree. I like everything. I like Ford, Dodge, Chevy. I mean, to me, they all have good products and bad products. But, I would say overall Chevy is the most affordable to work on. Always has been. Only truck you can buy new as a shit box. You can buy a car off the lot with 1,000 horsepower. Yeah. Yep. That's true. Any absent Jarl? Thanks, man. It's been a battle. Don't really want to go into it too much. I don't want to get emotional in front of you guys. Sorry, but it's been a battle, and thank you. Sorry, Justin Miller. Sorry to hear that, man. Best of luck and health to you and yours. Yeah. You know, my wife is my best friend. Like, by far my best friend in the whole freaking world. And, you know, I want to have the next 40, 50 years with her if I can. But if I can't, and we've been married for 4 years almost, and if I can't get 40 or 50 years with her, I'm still very grateful for the time that we've had and that we still have ahead of us. She is the most freaking positive, strongest freaking person in the world, and she's been an absolute miracle for my life and our kids' lives, and I feel blessed. Even with what we're going through, I still feel like the luckiest man alive, so I'm not going to complain. What's my daily driver? I don't know which one. So I've got a couple. We have a 03. I love these trucks. We have a 2003 Ram 2500 Cummins. I love those trucks. And I've got we're selling a Monte Carlo that we've been driving. If you guys have been on our channel before, you probably know a little bit about it. It's a 2004 Monte Carlo Intimidator SS, the Dale Earnhardt Jr. version. It's a pretty cool car. So that'll be going soon. I don't keep cars for very long, if you guys haven't noticed. I kind of just drive whatever I've got here for the few weeks that it's here, and that's it. I've got a 1500 horsepower Pro Mod / Pro Street Camaro that I will drive quite often in the summertime. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I mean, it's not making that much power on the street. We turn it way down for the street, but it's still, you know, pretty healthy car. I like Chevy power, Ford technology, and comfort. Yeah, so I think, well, dude, Ford makes some good power too. Look at the freaking Coyote. Look at that Brett LaSalle out there. Like, he's killing it, dude. It's kind of embarrassing for the rest of us, to be honest, but he's killing it. But yeah, Dodge has some pretty good looking trucks though. I like the look of their trucks. It's just, you know, the transmissions are trash, and everyone knows that. They always have been. The dashes always fall apart. Electronics are bad on them. But Dodge is better than Ford and Chevy. Lagoda, well, they're better in some areas and they're worse in others. So it's kind of a toss-up, I guess. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, it is hard to stay positive sometimes. And we have our rough days. Everybody does, but we have our rough days with what's going on. But for the most part, we stay really positive about it, and we just enjoy what we have. Agreed, Kevin, but the Ford GT twin turbo V6, most horsepower produced out of a V6. Okay. I don't know if that's a fact. Maybe for domestic cars, but there are a lot of really powerful. Maybe they're inline 6 cylinders. Maybe it's a V6 thing. I don't know, but yeah. The what is it? The Ford GT has the 3.5 Eco in it. It's making some good power. Like what, 500 and I don't know, 540, 560. I really don't know what they're making anymore. But it's a car that's like $500,000, so I don't need to worry about it because I'm not driving it. Domestic. Okay, that makes sense. We've got a 2012 Dodge Hemi 2500 flatbed, and that thing is a tank and has done a lot of farm work, although under 50,000 miles. The transmission is slipping. Yep, it's a problem. I don't know why they don't fix it. Back when, I don't remember what year they switched over to the 6-speed, but when they had a 5-speed still, like the, what is it, a 48 RE, if I'm right, 47 RE, 48 RE, those could be remedied. They had fixes for that transmission that, like, who did we get the torque converter from? Gorend or Gorend, I can't, Georend or something like that. Anyways, they had a pretty good repair for that transmission. A better converter is huge. The converters tend to get hot in them trucks, and then it cooks the fluid, and the fluid destroys the transmission. So yeah, it's a compute problem. Computer problem? Well, yeah, I would say part of it is shifting or computer problem because they don't. I don't feel like personally. I don't feel like the Dodge transmission has enough fluid pressure. I think they try to shift too smooth for comfort reasons, and it's not good for longevity. I missed one. Sorry. I got a tuned F-150 Limited Eco that'll drag most gas trucks down the road like a man. Tuned F-150 Eco. Is it a 3.5 or is it the 2.7? I know we had a 2017 3.5 F-150 Eco that was tuned, and intake, exhaust. It ran pretty good for a truck. It was pretty quick, yeah. Especially when you launch in four-wheel drive with boost. I mean, most cars on the road aren't going to keep up with it for the stoplight to stoplight. Now, obviously, it's heavy enough that some of them will catch up afterwards. But the Nissan GTR is a V6. Okay, I thought so. I don't think they make a ton of power stock though, right? Like 4 something for the Nissan GTR. Obviously, they're a massively powerful or a massively popular engine for building because they can handle a crap load of boost when properly built, and that's always an attractive feature to have because we love boost. They've had that problem for like 50 years. You think they'd work to fix it? I know, and I don't know what the issue is because they obviously don't make. Dodge doesn't make their own transmission. They hire other factories to build the transmission and they buy it from them. So you would think that they would figure out. Or change companies. Go to somebody who can do a good job and go that route. I mean, Chevrolet, Ford, like they're obviously comparable in power. They're still making holding good power to the transmission. 3.5, 3.5 what, Kevin? I don't remember what you. They've had this one. 3.5. Let me go back. Oh, yours. Sorry, memory's bad. 3.5 Eco. Yep, those are good. Now be careful. Our 2017, we had like 47,000 miles on it, and the piston skirt broke right off. Fell in the bottom of the pan. It's awesome. Took like 4 or 5 months before they got it warranted, and we were without the truck the whole time. I actually ended up trading the truck in before they got it fixed. I was tired of messing with it. So Bobby Lee. 550 to 600 stock. Is that accurate? Somebody Google that real quick. What is a stock GTR 6-cylinder make for horsepower? That 550 to 600 just seems really high. I could be wrong. Obviously, again, it's a car that I don't have because I can't afford it. So I could be wrong. But someone's here.
Walmart delivery.
Oh, Walmart delivery is pulling up the driveway. Yep, we do that now.
Yeah, I don't set foot in the store if I can help
My
it.
wife's like, I'm not going to the store anymore because them guys bring it all here. So it is kind of nice, and they only charge what, like $9 or $10?
It's like $12.99 a month.
That's it?
Yeah.
We pay $12.99 a month, and they bring it to us. That's not bad at all. So the thing is, we live 10 miles from town, so that's saving us money and time. It's kind of awesome. 202 KJ, what's up? What's going on? I subbed and left you a like. Thanks, Bobby Lee. Pretty sure the last time I looked it up, it said 550 to 600 stock GTRs, but hold on and I'll look it up again. Really? The GTR makes 600 freaking horsepower out of a stock 6-cylinder? That's impressive, people. Like, I mean, they're expensive, so they should, but but that's impressive. I mean, obviously, it's not impressive in comparison to what they will handle when built and turned way up. I mean, there's some out there making like what 3,500 horse on a stock block. That's absolutely insane. I mean, look at the Coyote. The Coyote 5-liter Coyote and the GTR engine. They're almost identical in design. Obviously, one's a 6-cylinder, one's an 8-cylinder. But they're almost identical in design, which obviously is why the Coyote is able to handle or make so much power, like in Brett LaSalle's car. Which, I mean, his isn't truly. I'm pretty sure. Look it up if I might be mistaken, but I think Snot Rocket is actually using GT350, or yeah, I think it's a GT350 block. Now it's still only a Coyote crank, so it's a 5-liter, but I think it's the GT350 block because it's the same bore, just a different stroke, and the block in the GT350 I think is stronger. Pop Tarts are here. Yeah, buddy. Right? I'd rather strap a motor to an old car and get the same horsepower and better looks for cheaper than the GTRs. You know what? Yeah, for such a badass car that makes a crap load of power, they're kind of ugly. I mean, they don't look fast in comparison to really anything else that I think is fast, but they're stupid fast. Your first car is a 306 horsepower Lexus GS350. Lucky, man. My first car was a 1987 Chevy Blazer, the 2.8 liter V6, you know, like the one that would barely do 55 miles per hour. There was more rust than metal left on it. It was red. No, it was blue with a red driver's door. And we picked it up for like $400. Yeah, it had no exhaust on it. Had to build an exhaust for it. And I put like a $800 sound system in it right off the bat, you know, because that's what's more important, having good subs in it. I have a friend got a GT350 and drinks more oil and gas. It's cool though. Really? Dang. I didn't know that was I didn't realize that was that much of a problem with them. Like a 350 and a 4.3 Chevy. Yeah. I mean, I think the 4.3 and the 350 are the same bore and same stroke, if I'm not mistaken. It's just hacked off 2 cylinders. Just imagine Chevy Impala wagon on drag slicks. Instantly be the coolest guy on the block. With an aftermarket big block at twin turbos, I agree. I think the GTRs and the new Mustangs are ugly. Yeah, what the heck? The S650? That's hideous. It's like they tried to copy the ass end of a Camaro and kind of their front end too. But they did a poor job. I don't think they look good. I think the S550 and the what is it, the S197? Am I right? Is that right? The like 2011 to 14, but I think the 13 and 14 look better than the 11 and 12s with the different front end. The front bumper looks different. I like it better. I love Impala wagons. That's my wife. I was looking over to see who it was and I'm like, oh shit, it's my wife. Gutless Wonders. Can't kill those 2.8s though. I know. But dude, it was so embarrassing when I first got it because the exhaust was like right off at the collector, and you'd be going down the highway trying to do 55 and just wide open to the floor, and the transmission obviously because it's wide open, it was just shifting back and forth. Oh my word, man, I hated driving that at first, but yep, the subs made the pain go away. I was done. I put 4 12s and 2 1200 watt amps in it, and there was no headliner left in the Blazer. And the first time I turned it on and got it tuned up and cranked up the bass, dude, it separated the roof from the frame, or the roof frame rails in it, and it would just sit there and real loud. God, it was obnoxious. It was horrible. Then, which I didn't have to worry about it for too long because it's like 16 years old, and it was, I don't know, I had the system in it for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then someone came and broke in and stole the whole stereo, stole it all. And I was broke then. I had no money to replace it. I had no clue who it was for a while, but found it later. Took care of it. I love the Impala wagons too. I wanted to buy one about a year ago. Super badass wagon, but it had red interior. Yeah, it's kind of like the Corvette, like the C4s. A lot of them had red interior in them, and I just can't do it. I think red interior is hideous. I mean, if you love it, if you like it, good for you. But to me, it's not real good. The wife would love your 71 Monty. I am sure she would, man. She's got good taste. I don't know why they ever thought red interior was a good idea. I agree. See? We're on the same page. My neighbor blew a front windshield out in a van bumping. Dang! Oh, no way. Was that what? No way. That's impressive. Like, how the heck did that happen? The windshield's the strongest freaking glass in the car. I don't know. That's crazy. That reminds me of my dad. He had 412 Sherwin Vega subs in the back of his 79 Z28. No kidding. 4 12s in the back of a 79 Z28. They do have a pretty large trunk. Man, that thing would probably pop a wheelie. It's freaking heavy. Have you guys heard of Scar Audio? I think it's SKAR Audio. Yeah. You ever heard of them? How many people in here that have ever had subs have ever had a Scar Audio system with the Scar Audio amp? So we bought that the Monte Carlo, the Intimidator, and it came with 2 brand new. It was a full system, but Scar Audio 2 12-inch subs with the 1200 watt RMS amp. And I mean, I looked them up. That's kind of like their, midline or whatever. It's not their competition stuff, but it's like their, I guess, their base lineup or whatever. And dude, holy shit, man! For cheap 12s and a cheap amp, them things sound good. Like, very clean, excellent response, and they hit pretty good. I took it all out of the Monte Carlo, of course, because selling the car, keeping the subs. Yeah, not gonna give it away. I remember your audio bond and your Blazer. The audio bonds? Yeah, dude. Jeff, what's up, man? Yeah, those things, they sounded good. I mean, they were loud, but they destroyed the Blazer. Man, I can't believe it busted the windshield. My mother had a modified 88 Caprice wagon, completely tricked out, modified steering wheel, transmission and motor swapped. It was a blast. That'd be pretty fun. An 88 Caprice wagon. You don't see them very often anymore. I think, isn't that what? No, his is probably 90s. Steve Morris? He's running a Caprice wagon. Actually, I don't think it's a Caprice. I think his is a... I don't remember what it's called. It's not the Caprice though. But his is a... I'm thinking it's the 90s. Your nephews have Scar Audio? Yeah, so they sound good. I mean, man, compared to what we had to spend back when I was younger to have the same kind of sound, it's pretty awesome. It's like systems have gotten cheaper. Stereos have gotten cheaper and better. Sounding, at least. I'm not sure how much better they are, how much longer they'll last, but they've gotten cheaper and better. Kind of like TVs. Like, to buy a 50-inch massive box TV that sat on your floor back in the day versus, what TVs cost today, they've gotten cheaper. It's kind of crazy. There's several videos online at stereo competitions where people are popping their windshields out. No shit, man. Dude, how do people sit in that without blowing their freaking eardrums out? No, I got crushed back in the day, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's sad. It's kind of like the Griswold wagon. Yeah. Throw the tree on it and everything, man. You've got Sherwin Vega floor standing speakers. I love them so much. Sherwin Vega still in business? What's that? Steve Morris is a 93 Caprice wagon. Oh, his is a Caprice. Okay. I was mistaken. Huh? Steve Morris has had his wagon, his SMX big block drag wagon for 25 plus years. That's kind of crazy. Yes, but they are from the 90s. Oh, damn. So they're probably heavy as shit. The good stereos back in the day were heavy. You remember those, like, stacked deck with, like, you'd have your record player and your AM/FM and then cassette player or whatever, and then you'd have, like, your speakers beside it, and they were like paper with wrinkled, instead of foam rounded ends, they were like wrinkled in paper. I've never seen one survive that it wasn't all completely deteriorated, disintegrated, and all you see is the cone and the magnet behind it. Those didn't last. I don't know how they do it. I have sensitive hearing and I listen to stuff pretty quiet. These competitions would kill me. Yeah. I don't hear shit, man. I can't hear anything anymore, so it wouldn't be good for me. That's probably because of all the work in the shop, and then growing up with loud music and concerts and stuff. But so if you talk to me, if you meet me and you talk to me, I'm gonna say what a lot. So anyway, what do you guys drive? What do you guys daily drive? Anybody got anything they want to build, or is anyone working on a build right now? A 70s Camaro with an amplified straight pipe? Amplified straight pipe? How is that? How does that work? How is it amplified? Like a megaphone exhaust, like on old KZs and shit. Starts out small and just works its way larger. Those had a pretty cool sound to them. You really can't beat the sound of like an old GS 1100 or KZ 1000 or KZ 900. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look them up, check them out, watch a video. They freaking sound amazing. You put a 5.3 in a PT Cruiser. Hell yeah. Hopefully it's cammed. I mean, obviously everything has a cam in it from the factory, but hopefully you've got a mild cam in it, something fun. And if you're real rowdy, throw some turbos on it. If it's got a lot of miles, you might not even have to ring gap it. Just throw some boost at it and have some fun. Yeah. Okay, so it is a megaphone style. That's pretty cool. I'm wondering if I want to do an experiment with that, with some megaphone style exhausts on a V8. See what that would sound like duals versus a X pipe. Duals, straight, or like true duals versus X pipe versus H pipe, all came out with like a megaphone exhaust tip on it to magnify the sound. That'd be kind of fun. We should do that. What kind of car should we look for to put that big block in? That 509. I've got a 4L80, four-wheel drive 4L80 transmission. So we could put it in a truck. We could put it in a truck and try to find like a, heck, I don't know, a Ranger or an Eston. A Ranger. Look, I said Ranger and he says Ranger. Oh, Austin. Of course he said Ranger. We should put that big block. We should twin turbo that big block and put it in a small truck. Who's down for that? I want to see a thumbs up for everybody who thinks that's a good idea. Tell me. Turbocharged big block, 4L80, and a Ranger. That should be our next build. Heck yeah. Well, freaking Tom Bailey stole my name from my next build. I was going to build a car to compete with one of Cletus's cars and call it the Cleater Beater. And I literally just got on there a couple days ago, and Tom Bailey already named his third-gen Camaro the Cleater Beater. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It's better, though, because Tom's got a much larger bankroll than I do, and I'm sure he can afford to actually compete with him. However, it is on the budget car challenge. I could have competed in that, but... Gavin Toole, your message was retracted. What did you say, man?
He asked if it was a Chevy big block.
Yes, Chevy big block. It's a 502 big block. It's actually, it's a GM 502 big block, but it's bored 30 over, so it's a 509 now. But I thought about stroking it, making a 540 whatever 546 out of it, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look. I don't know, because if we stroke it, I won't want to turn as many RPMs out of it. If we don't stroke it, I can turn more RPMs out of it. And I think I would rather have a little more room for revving it out and throwing boost at it. If I was going to leave it naturally aspirated, I'd probably put a stroker crank in it, but I don't know yet. We'll see. I mean, it's probably fine to put a stroker crank in it and throw boost at it and rev it out, because all three are awesome to do. But yeah, Austin Hicks, Ford Ranger. That's funny. I was literally thinking put it in a Ford Ranger. So I need a Ford Ranger. Who has a Ford Ranger with no motor, no transmission, but it's got to be a four-wheel drive. It's got to be, I don't want a two-wheel drive. It's got to be a four-wheel drive, just so I have a little bit less work to do for fabricating up. I'm going to have to add a stout front and rear end under it, obviously. But know anybody's got a Ford Ranger for sale? Obviously Marketplace does. But holy shit, guys, Marketplace. How many of you guys hate Marketplace? I freaking hate Marketplace. So back when I was a kid, we would use Peddler's Post and Indiana Auto RVs. And if you're not from Indiana, you probably had an Auto RV magazine at every gas station with whatever state you lived in.
Every Wednesday.
Yeah, every Wednesday. And it was awesome. You would list your stuff in there. You would leave your phone number. Anyone who wanted it and was interested and serious, they would call you. You would set up a time to have them check it out. You would tell them about it, and they would come and check it out. That was great. Then, after Craigslist came out, it kind of killed the Peddler's Post and Indiana Auto RV. Now I still find, and they still do Indiana Auto RVs, and there's still a lot of stuff in there, but mostly dealership stuff. But Craigslist came out, and it was the next big thing. And dude, I freaking loved Craigslist. I made so much money off of Craigslist just buying and selling stuff. And then Marketplace came out, right? And at first, everybody, including myself, was like, "This is way better. I can see who's coming to my house. I can vet them. If I don't want them here, my shit's not available. You're not coming here." And whatever. So as it goes on, we find out, like, people start learning that, there's easier ways of, as a buyer, people got lazy as a buyer, right? So, like, instead of calling somebody and talking to them about their car, what do? You send 1,000 people the same message. What's your bottom dollar, right? Or you're going to send the message, like, say they're asking 10 grand, you're going to send everybody half of what they're asking, trying to lowball everyone and see who will bite, because somebody's broke and needs cash, and so they're going to bite. So mathematically speaking, you can just spam the heck out of everybody on there, half of what they're asking, and they'll bite, right? That's great if you're a buyer, okay? But what about everybody that's on there selling stuff? If you put something on there for sale, if it's even remotely a fair price, like the Monte Carlo, we've got it listed for $6,500. If you look on there, an Intimidator SS with the miles it has, that's like 60-70% of what everyone else's average is. Dude, my phone is blowing up, right? But it's everybody that messages me is either offering a massive low ball. We've had a couple $6,000 offers, but no one showed up yet. But it's either a massive low ball or somebody's, telling me, "Oh, that's not a factory dash," or whatever. Like, it's just, look, are you interested in buying the car? No? Then why are you messaging me? I know what it is. I don't need you to tell me it's not a factory dash. I know it's not a factory dash. Well, did you know they only came in automatics? Yep, I knew that. I didn't say it was a manual. So, like, we get the craziest messages on there. So I think what we're going to do, anytime we sell anything on Marketplace from now on, because I'm so sick of all the lazy people just blowing my phone up with, asking questions they didn't read the description, or spamming me with freaking lowball offers, or what's your bottom dollar? What's your bottom dollar? I don't have any money. I want your car. What's your bottom dollar? Tired of that. So what we're going to do is, if I list something for sale, I'm going to put in the comments, if it's on Marketplace, I will only communicate through phone calls here's my number. Or message me for my number. I will only communicate through a phone call. And then they can schedule a time to come check the car out. Now, if you live 3 hours away and you got to drive all the way here to check it out, I get it, right? Like, we can negotiate a little bit over the phone. We can figure out what is a fair, acceptable price. I will do walk around videos for you. But that's the thing. Like, I already do that for every thing I list. I put a walk around video. On top of that, I get like, hey, can you take a cold start video? Can you do a video of driving down your road with it? Can you do an in-car driving video? Can you do a video of it running with the engine or the hood open? It's like, dude, come on. Like, I'm willing to put some time into selling it. I understand that you got to do the work, you know, but holy crap, man. It blows my mind. People have gotten so lazy because of technology. And then it makes it impossible to use it. And even as a buyer, like, I get on there as a buyer, I don't freaking lowball anyone. I don't ask them what their bottom dollar is. I say, hey, I'm interested in your vehicle. When can I come check it out? And I get crickets. Crickets. Like, maybe they think it's a scam or a spam because nobody offers to come check out a vehicle without lowballing it anymore. Nobody offers to come check out a vehicle without asking for what the bottom dollar is anymore. But I do, because if I'm interested in your vehicle and messaging you, it's because it's the one that I found that I wanted the most out of all the hundreds that I looked at. So anyway, there's my rant on Marketplace. So I know it. I knew it. Yeah. So I know that magazine. There's one in Monroeville with a bad motor. A Ranger? Okay, perfect. Send it to me, Austin. Send me the link to it. I used to live in Indy. Oh, no kidding? I used to live down there too. I went to college down there. Put some advertisement on your hoist so people see it on here. That's smart. Well, hey, check it out, Kurt. That's it right there. Hunt's Old School Customs. That's who we are. I'm not even wearing my shirt right now, am I? I don't even know. Let me look. I might have one of my shirts on. Oh, that's the old one. That's the old shirt. Hunt's Old School Customs. Yeah. My other shirt's got our phone number on the back. This one's got like all of the services we offer on the back of the shirt. But that's a good idea. Throw it on there. Did he call? Carolina Eyes. I don't know what that means. You have to explain yourself. Damn. The worst are teenagers. Yeah, no kidding. Fresh coat of paint and the Hunt's decal and number would be ideal. On the lift itself, that'd be smart. So, dude, look at this bad boy. Okay? You know what I love about this lift? This 14,000 GVW whatever lift capacity 4-post lift with tables on it for doing alignments. It was like $15,000 new. You know what I loved the most about it? I got it for free. A guy in Wisconsin listed it, said if you can come take it down by tonight, tear it down and take it out, you can have it. I got to move out of this bay I'm renting, and it's got to get out of here. So I've already bought new lifts for my shop, so anybody that can come take it down can have it. So I'm like, we're gone. We drove 6 hours all the way up there. Got there like 1 in the morning, spent like 6 hours tearing it down, tore it all down, got it on the trailer. He had 2 more lifts sitting there that he already had tore apart. They were 2-post lifts. I said, what do you want for them? He says $1,000 a piece. I said, I'll give you $1,500. He said, deal. Luckily I had cash on me because I do that, because you never know when you're gonna have a good deal. So I got 3 lifts, 2 2-posts and this 4-post for $1,500. I sold the 2-posts, paid for my fuel, my time, and this lift. So it was literally free. Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. Looks like my lift. I've had 20,000 pounds on mine. Holy shit, dude. I'm not that I'm not that brave. I had a skid loader on it though. We had a 10,000 pound skid loader on it, and I stuck it, like drove up halfway. It was in the middle, and I was looking down the platforms to see if it was bowing at all, because I was like, man, this feels sketchy, because all the weight's directly in the middle instead of rear tires at the back, front tires in the front, which is the way it's supposed to be. It was fine, but oh yeah, you're fine. I know what you meant, but yeah, Kurt. Yeah, lift. Sorry, we call it a hoist here in Australia. Yeah, it's same thing. I knew what you meant by it. Kurt, call, or yay? What? What is that supposed to mean, Cody? I don't get what you're saying. Crazy, right? We put a dump truck on ours. Wow. I mean, I guess if it'll do it, it'll do it. I'm not sure I would want to try it on mine. The cables, the rollers, bearings, wheel or pulleys, bearings, all that stuff are in really good shape. We installed it ourselves. I mean, it's a pretty solid lift. It's got some rust on the platforms, so I mean, I started using a needle scaler and scaling that off so that it kind of can get off there. Then I'm gonna coat it with some converter sealer, and I'm not sure why it rusted. It was indoors, so I don't know if they did a lot. I mean, it's obviously like probably 15 years old, at least 20 years old, but I wonder if they did a lot of brake jobs on it and had brake fluid running down it and just never wiped it off or what. But terrible. Couldn't believe they did that. You talking shit because he's an Aussie? Okay. I'm located in Indiana. Yeah, I know brake fluid will strip paint. I think that's why it's rusted, but I can't tell for sure. Wouldn't know for sure because I wasn't there. I wasn't using it back then. But what's wrong with him being from Australia? I guess I don't. Where are you from, Cody?
Aussies have a great sense of humor generally.
Oh, gotcha. My wife just told me that. I gotcha. I wasn't keeping up. Just has a great sense of humor. Aussies have a great sense of humor. Okay, cool. I was just making sure, man, because I don't like promote, you know, bullying people. I mean, if you're just kidding around, I don't care. That's fine. But yeah, I like to get along. Everybody can get along. Someone's messages keep on getting held for review. Can you check that? Jess? Okay. Just busting balls, that's all. You're good, ma'am. He obviously didn't take it too personally because he didn't say anything back that was whatever. But heck yeah. So, something cool. I wish I could show you guys because it's pretty freaking cool. Anybody who has watched my channel before knows that we have 6 kids, and the 3 middle kids, they're 11, 11, and 12. They help us out here in the shop all the time. They're building engines, doing body work, sanding, paint. Well, they don't paint yet, but they do put primer on though. They're pretty good at it. But anyway, we have a little. Do you remember the old Polaris 90 like scrambler 4-wheelers, 2-strokes? We've got one of them, and a 2-stroke, top ends need rebuilt quite a bit. So this one needs rebuilt. Has low compression, so we ordered a top end kit for it. And them guys, I had them read all through the manuals for them. And the kids are in the middle behind me right now. They're way back there. I'm not sure if you can see them. They're,
Come up there?
yeah, come up here and say hi, guys. They're back there right now, pulling the top end off of that 90 and rebuilding it. So this is one. This is Josie. Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Junior. And we've got one more coming. Summer.
Hi.
That's Summer. These are the Hunt kids. They were saying they wanted to start their own YouTube channel, and they were going to name themselves the 3 Rednecks.
The 3 little rednecks.
3 little Rednecks. I was like,
Yeah.
we're of Viking descent, Nordic descent. So I said, you guys should name yourself something like the three little Vikings or something. I don't know. I was just being funny, but they want to start their own channel. I don't know what the rules are on that. I think that anytime you have a child on YouTube, you have to have an adult present for the for whatever reason, because I guess people are kind of weird. They don't and I don't want people looking at my kids in a weird way. But yeah. So these guys, they're little badasses. They want to start their own YouTube channel and start putting content out of them guys, of them building stuff, and I think it would be awesome. I think it'd be cool. So
I already got the Viking hair going on, so I'm already
working on it.
I just gotta get my braid going.
I just got my ponytail going, but that's it.
So anyway, you guys, hey, you know what? We should get some content built up for you guys. Think of a channel name, right? Content channel name, and then we'll do like we'll like announce a debut, right, for like their first video.
Yep. And our first subscriber.
Yeah, and we'll announce like their first live video. We'll like schedule it and everything so that these guys can all go check out your channel. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for today. I'm about out of stuff to talk about, which is surprising for me.
You're never out of stuff to
I know.
talk about like.
And I've got to get to work. I have a car to fix. I got to do some welding. I'm going to record this repair on the mounts for the subframe. I'm going to record them, and then I will edit the video and get it up either tonight or tomorrow, probably, whenever I get it done. So you guys can check that out. This world is, I got to go back. This world is full of weird people. We have to protect, guide, and love our children. 100%. I agree, man. They were working. All right. Good night, man, and kiddos. If you can't be good at it. That's pretty funny. Bye, buddy. All right. See you, Cody. See you, Justin. See you, Danny. Oh, hey, Danny. You're late, man. I'll say hi to you before I head out. What's up, Danny? I've seen you've been commenting on a lot of my videos. I'm actually getting ready to check out of here. So everybody have a good evening. Enjoy your Monday. Stay safe. If you're around here, the roads are really bad. I had to pull somebody out earlier that lost control on the highway, so I stopped and helped them out. So be careful. Stay safe. Have fun and get some.
Woo!